What's up everyone? Welcome back and thanks for joining us. When we left you last week, we were focused on Turtle Island and the story of Le Loi. But today our focus is on a different landmark in Hoan Kiem, and that will be Ngoc Temple, located on the island of the same name, with the English meaning being Jade Island. First we come to this red bridge, Ko Te Huk, which was first commissioned in 1865 by the scholar Nguyen Van Sieu. And due to the wonders and mind-numbing complexity of Mandarin and therefore Han Viet lexicography, they use these two symbols to represent an idea along the lines of the rising sun perched in the morning light, though exact translations vary by source. Anyway, this bridge is famous enough that it's put up as a representative symbol in things like drone shows over the city. Now, we've actually gotten a little ahead of ourselves, as before we can actually get onto the bridge, first we need to pass through the Ngi Mong Gate and pass by Tap But, the Pen Tower, which is inscribed with 3 Han Viet characters, Ta Tang Tien, meaning to write into the sky, which also went up in 1865. Immediately after this, we have Long Ho Mon, the Dragon and Tiger Gate, which represents success on exams, and I guess this shows that some aspects of culture never change. After we make it past this art exhibit, and a few hawkers selling doodads, we make it to the final gate before getting on to Te Hut Bridge. And it's important to remember that this is actually where the real temple complex starts. This gate marks the point where animals are no longer allowed, respectful clothing must be worn, etc, etc. And we'll just skip past the bridge, because I think we've covered it pretty well already. Finally, we get to the entrance, yet another gate, but this one is designed to resemble a traditional ink pot with a 64-character poem written by Nguyen Van Sieu himself, and it's designed so that on the 5th day of the 5th lunar month, the shadow of the pen tower will dip down into the ink pot. Which is pretty neat, but anyway, the temple, we're finally at it, so what's up with it? Construction began in 1841, ordered by an emperor of the Li dynasty, and was originally given the name Chua, meaning the Jade Pagoda, but as the word Chua specifically refers to temples that are built in honor of Buddhist figures, upon completion the name was changed to Den Ngop, which we should remember from a moment ago that Den means temple and can be to remember anyone. This is because the temple was dedicated to Wen Chang Wang, a deity from the Dao religion and General Tran Hung Dao. Wen Chang Wang, Wen Chang Dijun in the original Chinese, and also sometimes known as Wen Chang Wang, is the Daoist god of culture and literature, said to bring happiness and luck to all the hard-working scholars and academics. Tran Hung Dao, on the other hand, was a military commander born in 1228 who led 2 of the 3 successful defenses against the Mongol Empire Yuan dynasty led by Kublai Khan. The temple has been broken down and rebuilt several times throughout the centuries, but the version that we see today is thanks to our homeboy Nguyen Van Sieu, who facilitated the Pen Tower and the Te Hut Bridge at the same time as the restoration of the main complex. His biggest contribution to the alteration of the temple was the addition of the Chanba Pavilion, which is what we're looking at now. While it's always been an incredibly important cultural, religious, and historic site, in 2013 it officially received the status of National Special Relic, and remains one of the most iconic things to see in the city. But since this brings us around and completes our loop of this little island and the entirety of the temple complex, this is where we'll leave you. Click that like button, pause, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later!